What's up, everybody? I'm here in the beautiful North America. Look at these incredible mountains behind me. I couldn't not record here, right? There's a bit of a road down here as well. You might hear some cars, but honestly, it's too beautiful here not to record, right? So, big news, big news. I didn't think I would be saying this for a long time, but I'm actually moving back to the UK, which is weird to say out loud. I've been in America now. Some people don't even know that I live in America, but I've been living here in the US for about 8.5 years now. I moved in January 2015. I married my wife. We had 2 amazing children who are both American and British citizens. My wife is an American citizen. I managed to get my American citizenship while I've been here a couple years ago as well. You might have remembered that. I did a live stream, I think, a couple years back, and I got my American citizenship, which was pretty nice. We transformed this school bus into our home, which is right behind the camera, and we've been traveling the country and we've had a great time. So why would we want to kind of leave this and go to the UK? It's kind of complex. There's a lot of different reasons. Some reasons you might agree with, some reasons you might not agree with, but it all comes down to the family and what's best for the family. I'm very close to my family, my parents, my grandparents, my brother, my friends in the UK I'm very close to. Steph isn't as close to her family over here. It's very much scattered around the country, and we both feel like bringing the children up in the environment that I was brought up is going to be key. It's going to be very special, I think, to their upbringing. It's something that we've wanted for a long time. There are a lot of other underlying kind of reasons for moving to the UK, but that's primarily the big one, right? It's family. We want to be around my family. We can talk about getting a season ticket back at Manchester United and all this other cool stuff, but primarily it's just to be around family, which I really miss and that I'm really excited to be around. There are some other small caveats as well. I had a goal for a long time to kind of have a big farm, a big homestead where I can grow my own food, and although that can kind of be achieved in the UK, it's going to be much longer of a process to achieve. But I feel like the end results, if I had the homestead here in the US or if I had the homestead there in the UK, I think we would be happier there in the UK just because of family. One of the big reasons why we have considered leaving this country is there's been a lot of shootings, right? We know this in the US, and I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. I really don't care. We can all agree that the shootings are bad either way, whether you're pro-gun or anti-gun or whatever. Bringing your child up in a school in the US definitely has its underlying anxiety these days, which we can all agree on. And knowing that we had this option, this very, privileged, nice option of being able to just pick up our family and move to another country, and knowing that I grew up in an environment that is considerably safer when it comes to that type of worry, is something pretty big, right? Like, knowing that my children are not in danger is massive. That's not the only reason, obviously. Family is probably the big reason. The other reasons are food quality, free healthcare, and education, and a bunch of other stuff. But primarily, and the Manchester United season ticket, which I'm definitely excited to get again. But the main reason again is family. I want to be around my family. I want to be able to let my kids, my parents' grandkids, spend some time with their grandparents, have fun with their uncle, meet my grandparents who they've only seen once, and kind of get a bit more involved with family life. Right now, while being on this bus, we've been traveling the country, but it's primarily just been the 4 of us, me, Steph, and the kids. So it's definitely been hard on Steph and I. We all know the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child, which is 100% true. If you've got a kid, you are well aware of how difficult it is to raise children. And to know that we have that support is going to be, like, I get goosebumps thinking about it. It's going to be magical. We have got this school bus that we've been traveling the country for, over a year now, and it's going to be incredibly sad, but we are selling the bus. We are selling it. It is going to be so sad. Like, I love this bus. I legitimately put blood, sweat and tears into building it. I'm looking at it right now, and it is very emotional to think that we will be saying bye to it at some point. The bus is up for sale. I'll actually leave a link down below if anyone's interested. There's plenty of pictures if you want to check out the bus. We did a tour on the other channel a while back, but there has been some considerable upgrades since that tour. But if you're interested in the bus, there's a link down below. Now the plan, let me talk about the plan. Steph's the only one who needs a visa. I don't need a visa. I'm a British citizen. My children, Silas and Juniper, are both British citizens as well as American citizens. I'm an American citizen now as well, which again is really weird to say. So Steph is the only person who needs a visa. The visa has cost about £3,500, which is crazy. But it's been paid for, it's been applied for. She has some biometric stuff that's got to go on, and apparently it takes anywhere from 12 to 24 weeks to be approved, which is a long time, you know. That's anywhere between, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So it's a long time to be waiting around. But in that time, we're gonna just enjoy our little bit of time left in the bus before we sell it. And then we're going to transition over to the UK. We're going to rent a place in Manchester, where I'm from. The best city in the world, Manchester. I don't care what you say. It's the best city in the world, Manchester. We're going to rent there for a good year. And then in that year, we're going to get settled. We're going to do stuff like, you know, get a car and just start to familiarise the family, the kids into life in the UK. And then eventually buy a beautiful home. And we're kind of looking in the North Wales area so that we can still have beautiful scenery like this, but also be relatively close to my family. That seems to be the goal for now. Now, I'm really excited to talk about my, you know, transition back to the UK, whether that be buying a house, integrating the children, family, traveling the UK. We actually plan on getting a little RV or converting something in the UK so that we can travel the whole of UK and Europe and even more maybe whenever we want as well. And I'm kind of excited to talk more about that as well. Maybe I'll start doing some vlogs if that's something you want to see. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see the transition of moving and selling the bus from the US, living in the UK, which is going to be crazy. I can document that on camera if you want to see that as well. There are other goals that I have in the UK as well. I want to start a new business. I would love, it would be my dream to one day open a bookstore. It's like the dream I've always had. It's not a business that's going to make you millions and millions of pounds or dollars, but it's something that's very close to my heart and that makes me happy. And if you haven't realised in the past few weeks and months on this channel, I prefer to do things that make me happy more than what make me money. So something like a bookstore would be really beautiful in the future. But yeah, we're moving to the UK, we're leaving the US. It doesn't mean that we're not going to come back to the US. Who knows, in a few years time we may be like, hey, we missed the US, let's move back. We are very privileged to have the opportunity to move to the UK, get Steph's visa, live there for as long as we want, maybe for the rest of our lives, maybe move back, and we have that option, which is incredibly nice to say. But we're very excited. I can document and vlog it. I can vlog our travels around the UK when we go up to Scotland, which you don't know anything about. I used to go up to Scotland every single summer with my family, go and see the Edinburgh military tattoo, go to our clan burial ground, the McNabs, my mum's side of the family have a clan burial ground up in Killing. We can go and do that again. I can vlog it. We can travel around Wales and Ireland, and we can go into Europe. I can climb Snowdonia. We can go to Amsterdam and France and Spain and Portugal, Andorra, Germany, Italy. We can travel around Europe, which I am so excited for, as you could probably tell by the smile on my face. And I can vlog the whole thing if you want to, if you want me to. Let me know what you think. Like this video if you want to see that, because that's definitely an option. I can still talk about the subjects that I'm passionate about while also traveling Europe, which I can't believe this is happening. I really can. It was only last week that we applied for Steph's visa. As of recording this, it was last night that we put the bus online for sale, and the ball's rolling. The ball is rolling. By October, if everything goes well with the visa, we will be living in the UK. I can go to a United game, go and see the Red Devils. I can hang out with my family for my birthday and Christmas in November and December. it's going to be quite magical, and I'm excited. I'm very excited for this new and epic journey that our family's going to go through. It's just, it's the excitement levels are through the roof. But until then, I've got, you know, probably up to 6 months. We're going to travel the Pacific Northwest. We're going to explore places like Yellowstone and Redwood National Park and a bunch of other incredible places. We're going to be seeing Oregon and Washington. Then we're going to be coming back to Colorado, where we're probably going to transition from selling the bus to flying to the UK and getting settled. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'm excited for this new journey, and I'm excited for you guys to follow along as well. Until next time, I love you all. Goodbye.